Hey everyone, Brandon here, and I'm a bit sick right now, um, but I just figured that I'd um, get on here real quick and update y'all on uh, on the GoFundMe and the progress that I'm making on the GoFundMe. I'm currently, in bed or on bed rest, uh, recovering from the flu. I got the flu the other day. Um, but yeah, um, so this will probably just be about maybe like 10, 15 minutes, not very long at all. Hello. Um, um, yeah, so an update, an update about the GoFundMe page that I set up to get myself to music school. Let's see here. There is currently $105 dollars donated, as well as I have $20 um, in cash. So I have $125 currently. Um, if you want to donate to the GoFundMe, if you can, um, the link to the GoFundMe is down in the description, as well as all the details about it and how much I need to raise and everything. So yeah, if you want, go and check that out. Um, yeah, as it would help me a lot. I am also, looking around town in my local area to, maybe find someone um, that would, hire me to maybe like come in for like 2 hours a day and work for a bit of money. Because I'm gonna need like some kind of other thing in order to like raise money. Because like I can't rely on, just GoFundMe donations unless someone like donates a lot of money. I don't know. Um, but yeah, and also I apologize for all my sniffling and stuff. Um, as I said, I'm a bit sick right now, so I do apologize for that. But yeah, I am just like so excited for all this. There is like so many talented men and women at that school that I can't wait to work with and collaborate with and write with and record with. Um, the school, by the way, is called Sarah Kelly Music School. Basically, how it all happened. Um, I went over this in a previous live stream, but I'll do it here now, too, as well. Um, but how this all happened is I had bought the album of a musician, singer, songwriter named Megan Allen, Meagan Allen, Allen. Go check her out too. She's on Spotify. Uh, but yeah, I had gotten in contact with a musician named Megan Allen, and I had bought her album off of Amazon. And the day I got it, or no, like a few days after I got it, uh, I had, you know, she had a Facebook fan page. And so I basically, thought, okay, I'm gonna, try and contact her, send her a message on her, Facebook page to just basically tell her, I love your album, keep up the great work and everything. And so I did just that. And I, told her, I love your album. Uh, I bought your album for my birthday, and I do music myself too, and it's something I work at every day to get better and improve, and it's something I really love doing and I'm really passionate about. And she thanked me for buying her album, and she uh, said that she would love to see some of my stuff, and so I was like, "Oh wow, sure, Megan, I'll get something together for you as soon as I can, and get back in contact with you." And so that whole night, I got in contact with her on February 19th, and so this was February 20th. I recorded and uploaded a cover of one of her songs. Um, and I had done it like just for her, um, because I had done it to like show her. But anyway, I had recorded and uploaded that cover to YouTube, and then immediately after it got done premiering, I sent her the link, and within like a few minutes, she had told me, "Wow, that is amazing. Um, I love your tones, your voice. Definitely keep up the great work." And so, a bit after that, it might have even been the same day. I don't really remember at this point, but I had messaged her again to ask her about, what a T-shirt had looked like on her, website. Uh, and because there wasn't a picture of it available, and so I had told her about that, and I had asked her what it looked like, and so she sent me a picture of it. And well, earlier in the day, I had told her, I'm kind of interested in songwriting too, but I just don't know where to begin. And so I had asked her for some advice, and she said, "My best advice to you is to just keep writing, and the more you write, the better your songs will get. Everyone starts somewhere." And so, with that advice in my mind, I was laying in bed, and I was, listening to her album, because it's pretty much on repeat with me all the time. Um, but yeah, I was listening to her album, and then I just, had some lyrics pop up in my head, and I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta write this down before I forget it. And so I did just that, and I tried to come up with a melody real quick, and then I, sent Megan and a link. I sent her a link to an unlisted YouTube video, and it was basically what I had worked on. And then I had worked on something else and wrote it down, recorded it, and sent her another unlisted YouTube video link. And it took like maybe a day or so. And then one of her friends had gotten, back in contact with me and was like, um, Megan is on tour right now, and so she can't really like respond to her fans herself, but she didn't want to leave her fans hanging, And so she asked me to manage her pages for her while she's away. And her friend had informed me that Megan wanted me to know that she was excited about my zeal for, songwriting and music and everything. And that she recommended that I look into Sarah Kelly Music School. And so immediately as her friend sent me that message, as soon as her friend sent me that message, I immediately copied and pasted the website link, and I went to the website and I filled out their contact form. Told told them that I was recommended and referred to by Megan Allen, and yeah, and I basically told them that I'd be really interested in, taking online courses at the school. And so, um, yeah, the next day then, since I had left my phone number, my email, all my contact information, uh, the next day, that was a Monday that I contacted them. And then on Tuesday, I believe, uh, I got a call from Sarah Kelly herself, and I missed the call at first. So I spent the day trying to get back in contact with her. And so that night, it was around 9 o'clock at night. I had finally, got back in contact with her, and we basically had a phone interview. And she asked me if anything was a problem for me, or if I'd have trouble with anything. And I said, well, money's a bit of an issue. And so basically, um, since money is an issue for me, um, they're basically giving me a scholarship to do all this, and basically I would be all these details are in the GoFundMe page, but I would be taking classes for 10 months, um, and then at the end of that 10 months, I would fly out to Texas to go to the school campus and, go to their recording studio there in Texas and basically record my music. Um, oh, yes, and then there is also student only camps held in Nashville, Tennessee. It's at a restaurant, like a bar and grill or something like that, in Nashville. And basically, yeah, I would probably have to ask Sarah again, what the student only camps on. Because I asked her, she had said something about a master class, and I had asked her about what the master class was, and she told me it's basically booking gigs, learning how to book gigs, all that, music business stuff. Um, but yeah, I had asked her a few days ago I told her that, you know, I wasn't, really interested in music for the money, but it was just pure passion. But I did ask her if there would be a possibility that I could make money off of my music eventually. And she said yes, I would be making money off of my music. Um, and so, yeah, potentially, I guess with how many people like download the song on like Spotify and iTunes and all that stuff, and then with how many album sales I get, whatever revenue is generated from that would be how much money I would get. Which it's always awesome. I mean, it's awesome to make money in general because money just like provides for everything in life, or at least helps to provide for everything. And so it's awesome to make money in general, but when you're making money off of something you love to do or something you're passionate about, that is when it's like really awesome to make money, in my opinion. And so if you can like build off of that and make money off of something you love doing, that's always awesome. And basically, okay, the record label is the record label that I'd be on is called Sweetman Artists, and it is owned by, or the distribution of all the music on the record label is handled by a bigger record label called AWOL/Cobalt Music, um, which there are like big names in the music industry on that label, AWOL/Cobalt Music. Um, yeah, Billie Eilish's brother Phineas is on that record label. Um, that's pretty much the only one on that record label I care about because I love Billie and Phineas. But yeah, I could potentially do some big things and work with some pretty, big name people in the music industry. Like, for instance, I know I was. See, Sarah had sent me a link to a Spotify playlist, and it was called Sweetfin Sampler. It's on Spotify. And she sent me this playlist, and she was like, "These are your colleagues." And so, the same night of our phone interview, I had spent the whole night on Spotify, basically listening to that album, reading the bios of, everyone that I could. And I read on one of the bios that one of the girls at that school had actually opened for Howie Day at one of his concerts. And so, yeah, I could potentially get to do stuff like that and, work with some pretty big people in, in the music industry. And as well as not only that, but you know, I also would be able to participate in Grammy ballot label projects. Basically, I would be able to participate in projects that would get me on what's called the Grammy long list. Basically, um, the list that the Recording Academy uses to determine all the nominees. Pick from that list who the nominees are going to be, what songs are going to be nominated, what artists are going to be nominated, all that. And so, yeah, I have potential to one day be considered for a Grammy. I'm not saying that I would ever be nominated, but opinion, it is always really cool to even just be, considered for a Grammy. Um, I mean, I don't have, dream that I would ever be actually nominated for a Grammy, but I, think it would be pretty cool to even be considered for a Grammy, which would be what would happen. Um, which I know Megan Allen has been considered for a Grammy in the past. Um, and so, and again, I just have to thank her so much for everything. And I, just can't thank her quite enough. And I hope one day, if we ever get the opportunity to work together, I hope that I get to thank her for everything that she has done for me and helped me out with. Um, like, she just gave me like the confidence I needed to really become a great singer. I mean, obviously, my voice is not 100%, um, but it is getting better every day. Like, I have a playlist on my channel called My Covers, and if you go to that playlist and you watch all the videos on that playlist, you can see small improvements on my singing. And so I am getting better. And um, the other day Megan sent me a link to a YouTube. Um, are you planning on doing some Blues Clues covers? Hmm. Maybe. I haven't really thought about that, but with Kappa and everything, um, I don't know. Um, I'd love to though. I used to have a video up on my channel. Uh, I grabbed my brother's guitar. This was back in 2017, and I grabbed his guitar, and I forgot about this whole Kappa crap. Yeah, Kappa sucks. Um, but yeah, it is so like messed up. Kappa. Like they're marking videos that are clearly not for kids, or they involve adult, or they involve children's characters, but it's clearly not for kids. Like it's an adult parody, and they're marking those videos, some of them, as made for kids when they're clearly not made for kids. I mean, I don't know if I'm 100% sure in saying this, but like I really see lawsuits coming, honestly. Um, but yeah. Um, but yeah. Um, so yeah, my singing, while it hasn't improved, Kappa could have been sued by YouTube users. LO. Yeah. Yeah. Um, but but you know, while my singing isn't 100% there yet, it is improving every day as the days go by. Um, but obviously, I'm not able to sing very well right now because, well, actually I have the flu. But yeah, so I'm trying to recover from that currently, and then, as soon as I get back from that, hey man, hey Blood X, hey, how's it going? Um, but yeah, as soon as I recover from this sickness, this flu, because it's going around my town like big time. Um, as soon as I recover from that, I will get back to singing because I have a desire to sing so much, like so much. Um, and I know for a fact that I'm having trouble singing right now because of my throat and my nose and, all of that. This coronavirus stuff is getting way out of hands. Yeah, yeah, coronavirus is crazy. And now there's a confirmed case of it in my state of Missouri. Thankfully, it's in the St. Louis area. Well, not thankfully, because it sucks that it's even in the state, but it is in the St. Louis area. But thankfully, I live out in the rural part of Missouri. Um, so, but I do live like only like 4 hours away from St. Louis. Room temp water helps with throat swelling. Yeah, that's very helpful information, Blood X, as my throat just feels like all kinds of inflamed and it hurts a lot. Um yeah, I missed that last comment. Um I'll probably have to go back and watch it in the live or read it in the live chat replay. But yeah, um I have $105 on my GoFundMe as of now. The first goal is $2,000, and then if I can raise that, I will raise it up to $4,000. Because basically what Sarah had told me, is I would get, you know, I would basically be using that, you know, $2,000 to go out to Texas as well as Nashville, and yeah. Um, but were you planning on getting a job to put the amount of money on GoFundMe? Just curious. About that, Benny. I am looking into maybe getting a part-time job. You know, something that I can do for maybe like 2 hours a day for some cash for a while. Um, and I would basically pocket that cash and not put it into GoFundMe because, see, with GoFundMe, they take out 10%, and then when you switch it over to PayPal, there is like a transfer fee, and so you have less than what you have a little bit less, like a few dollars less than what you originally have. So as much, pocket cash as I can get, that'd be amazing. Even though like donations are amazing too. So, keep donating if you can. I just spit there, whoops. But keep donating if you can. Um, and yeah, the link for the GoFundMe is in the description. I put it in the description of this video. Uh, and so, if you want, or if you can, um, there is a link to the GoFundMe, and you can donate if you want or if you can, you know. Um, but yeah, um, I'd obviously donate, but I'm broke AF right now, so that's a sad time for me right now. I completely understand, my man. I completely understand because I'm like in the same boat. But yeah, times are tough. Um, but yeah. So I'm gonna, I did try and go through this work agency one time back in October and November of 2018, and basically what I had learned about myself and my work abilities from that experience is that for right now I can only work for 2 hours a day because I can only, like stand on my feet for so long, and then I like get tired because of my like cerebral palsy. Um, but yeah, and so I'd have to find a place that would maybe hire me um, for about 2 hours a day, and maybe I could make some money off of that. Um, or maybe like someone would potentially hire me to come to their house and work for them for money. Just basically anything I can do for money because while the GoFundMe donations are great, I'm gonna have to rely on more than just GoFundMe donations if I really want to chase these dreams and make them come true. Um, so yeah, uh, I had, I was talking with Megan's friend about, what I could do for maybe some, extra money. Uh, and her friend suggested to me that I maybe look into getting a part-time job. And she told me that Megan, you know, starting out, Megan had worked at this bakery, and she still works there every now and then on occasion. Um, Cause like you gotta fund these somehow. Just hit my head there, but yeah, you gotta fund these dreams somehow. But yeah, so um, I'm thinking about like maybe calling some businesses um downtown and talking to them about it and seeing maybe what I could do. The problem is, though, a lot of the businesses downtown in my area are family owned, and so they don't just like hire random people off the street a lot of the time. But maybe since I am trying to go to music school in particular, maybe my town does have a music store, and so maybe I could call up that music store and ask them, basically explain the situation. Ask your local gun range and see if you can help clean up for a bottom dollar. A lot of times they say yes. Um, there is a conservation area um in my town that has a gun range, so I might call them as well and maybe look into that. Um, But yeah, I will also be, calling the music store and basically um, explaining the situation and seeing if maybe I could potentially work at the music store for a bit, every day, and you know, basically make money from that. Um, and given what I'm trying to do, which is go to music school, I really do think that my town's music store. Ask if you can pick up brass, then cash that in at the scrapyard. Brass goes for over $1 a pound. Oh, nice. Um, yeah, I could look into that as well. Um, but yeah, I really think. I mean, I don't know, but I really think, and I'm hoping that the music store here might be willing to help me out um, in maybe making money. Um, Plus, there's like all kinds of like really cool instruments and stuff there. Um, you know, even though I can't play guitar really because I haven't really learned, I'm always like, every time I go in there, I'm always looking at the like guitars and the drum sets because I've wanted Tell the music store what you are trying to raise money for. They can have you organize and other things. Yeah, that is a great idea. Yeah, I will like definitely tell them. And I think, since I'm an aspiring musician and like music is like a passion for everybody that works there, most likely. They would most likely love to help me out with this, and so yeah, I will like definitely call them at some point. Yeah, it'll probably have to be like sometime after from whatever bug I got. I think it's the flu because that's going around my town pretty well right now. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting in contact with as many businesses as I can, and seeing what they might be able to do to help me. Um, I would also not be above, maybe asking people if I can get hired for like some kind of, under the table job, even though I don't know how legal those are, but uh, yeah. Um, but you gotta make money somehow, and my thing is, as long as you're coming by money honestly and you're like putting in the work, yeah, it doesn't really matter how you make money. But yeah, I gotta go now because like I'm about to go eat, and so I'll be seeing you guys later. And if you can, please go donate to the GoFundMe. So I will be seeing you guys later. But for now, peace out and bye bye. I'll be signing off. I'll be seeing you. Food, yay. Yep, Alex, that's exactly right. I love food. Bye, everybody.